Just keep going, just keep going up, just keep going, just keep going up. You can't turn back, you come too far, you can't give up, you work too hard. Just keep going, just keep going up, just keep going, just keep going up. You can't turn back, you come too far, you can't give up, you work too hard.
Welcome to another episode of Dissertation in 90 Days. I'm Dr. J, your host and a proud representative of the Grad Mentor Network. Here at the Grad Mentor Network, we're dedicated to helping doctoral students like you navigate the often challenging journey of completing a dissertation. Today, we're diving into a topic that's crucial for every PhD student: efficient research methods. The title of our podcast says it all. Getting your dissertation done in 90 days might sound ambitious, but with the right strategies, it's entirely achievable. One of the keys to making this happen is mastering how you conduct your research. Why is this so important? Because research is the backbone of your dissertation. If you can streamline your research process, you'll not only save precious time, but also boost your productivity. Imagine cutting down the endless hours spent sifting through sources and instead focusing on writing and refining your work. That's the power of efficient research methods. Let me share a quick story. I once worked with a student who was overwhelmed by the sheer volume of literature they needed to review. They felt like they were drowning in information and couldn't see a way out. Sound familiar? This is a common struggle for many doctoral students. In fact, studies show that time management issues are one of the top reasons students delay their dissertations. So, let me ask you this. Ever felt like your research is taking longer than expected? If so, you're not alone. Many of us have been there, but the good news is there are practical steps you can take to turn things around. And that's exactly what we'll be exploring today. Stay tuned, because by the end of this episode, you'll have actionable tips to make your research process more efficient and your path to completing your dissertation much clearer. Let's dive into our first topic, planning and organization. This is the foundation of efficient research, and it starts with setting clear objectives. First things first, you need to know exactly what you're aiming for. Having clear, specific research objectives is crucial. It's like having a map for a journey. Without it, you can easily get lost. Think about what you want to achieve with your research. What questions are you trying to answer? What gaps in the existing literature are you aiming to fill? Here's a practical tip. Write down your research goals. Break them into smaller, manageable tasks. For example, if your goal is to review the literature on a specific topic, break it down into steps like finding sources, reading, taking notes, and summarizing key points. This way, you're not overwhelmed by one massive task. Instead, you're tackling smaller, more manageable pieces. Next, let's talk about creating a research timeline. This is your roadmap, and it's essential for staying on track. A well-structured timeline helps you see the big picture and manage your time effectively. Start by setting a deadline for your dissertation, then work backward, breaking down the timeline into smaller deadlines for each task. Practical tip: use project management tools like Trello or Asana. These tools allow you to visualize your timeline and track your progress. You can create boards for each stage of your research, set deadlines, and even assign tasks to different days. This way, you always know what you need to do next and when it needs to be done. Now let's discuss prioritizing tasks. Not all tasks are created equal. Some are more urgent or important than others. It's essential to prioritize your tasks based on deadlines and importance. This way, you're always working on the most critical tasks first. A practical tip for prioritizing tasks is to use the Eisenhower matrix. This tool helps you categorize tasks by urgency and importance. Here's how it works. Draw a box and divide it into 4 quadrants. Label the top left quadrant urgent and important, the top right important but not urgent, the bottom left urgent but not important, and the bottom right not urgent and not important. Now place each of your tasks into one of these quadrants. Tasks that are both urgent and important should be your top priority. Tasks that are important but not urgent can be scheduled for later. Tasks that are urgent but not important might be delegated, and tasks that are neither urgent nor important can be eliminated or postponed. By using the Eisenhower matrix, you can focus on what truly matters and avoid getting bogged down by less critical tasks. So, to recap, set clear objectives, create a research timeline, and prioritize your tasks. These steps will help you stay organized, manage your time effectively, and make steady progress toward completing your dissertation. In our next section, we'll dive deeper into some practical tips for conducting efficient research. But for now, take a moment to review your objectives, update your timeline, and prioritize your tasks. These small steps can make a big difference in your overall productivity. Now that we've covered planning and organization, let's move on to some efficient research techniques. This is where the magic happens, finding the right information quickly and effectively. First, you need a clear research strategy. Diving into research without a plan can be overwhelming. You might find yourself drowning in a sea of information without knowing where to start. A good strategy acts as a guide, helping you stay focused and efficient. Think of a research strategy as a roadmap. It outlines the steps you'll take and the resources you'll use. One effective way to develop your strategy is by using a mind map. A mind map allows you to visually organize your thoughts and see the connections between different ideas. Start with your main research question in the center, then branch out to related subtopics, key terms, and potential sources. This visual representation can help you stay on track and ensure you're covering all necessary areas. Now let's talk about search techniques. Knowing how to search efficiently is crucial. It's not just about typing keywords into a search engine and hoping for the best. You need to use advanced search operators to narrow down your results and find the most relevant information. For instance, Boolean operators like and, Oregon, and not can refine your searches. If you're looking for articles on climate change and policy, this will narrow your results to sources that cover both topics. On the other hand, climate change or global warming broadens your search to include either term. Using quotes around phrases can also help, like sustainable energy, to find those exact words together. Filters are another powerful tool. Most academic databases allow you to filter results by date, type of publication, and subject area. This can save you time by eliminating irrelevant sources. Spend a few minutes learning these advanced techniques. They can make a big difference in the quality and efficiency of your research. Speaking of efficiency, let's not forget about technology. There are countless tools designed to streamline the research process. For managing references, Zotero is a fantastic tool. It helps you collect, organize, cite, and share research. You can save articles directly from your browser, sort them into collections, and even generate citations in various formats. This takes the hassle out of reference management and keeps everything in one place. Mendeley is another excellent tool, especially for collaboration. It allows you to store and organize your research papers, but also lets you collaborate with others. You can share your library, annotate PDFs, and work together on projects. This is particularly useful if you're part of a research group or working with a supervisor. In addition to these tools, consider using a reference manager like EndNote or a cloud-based storage solution like Google Drive for easy access to your documents from anywhere. These tools not only keep you organized, but also save you a lot of time in the long run. So, to sum up, develop a clear research strategy, use advanced search techniques, and leverage technology and tools to streamline your process. By doing this, you'll find that your research becomes more focused, efficient, and ultimately more productive. In our next segment, we'll look at how to critically evaluate the sources you find to ensure they're credible and relevant. But for now, take a moment to explore these tools and techniques. Try creating a mind map for your next research project or experimenting with Boolean operators in your searches. These steps can make your research process smoother and more effective. Now that we've covered planning, organization, and research techniques, let's dive into data collection and management. This is a critical part of your research process, and doing it efficiently can save you a lot of time and effort. Let's start with data collection methods. There are many ways to collect data, but some are more efficient than others. One quick and effective method is using surveys and online questionnaires. These tools allow you to gather a large amount of data in a relatively short time. They're also easy to distribute and can reach a wide audience. Platforms like Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, and Qualtrics are great options for creating and managing your surveys. By using these tools, you can collect responses quickly and easily, saving you precious time. Next, let's talk about organizing your data. Keeping your data organized is crucial for maintaining your sanity and efficiency throughout your research. Imagine trying to find a specific piece of information in a messy pile of documents. It's frustrating and time-consuming. Instead, create a systematic filing system on your computer. Use folders and subfolders to categorize your data by topic, source, or date. For example, you might have a main folder for your research project with subfolders for literature reviews, survey responses, and analysis notes. This way, you can quickly locate any piece of information you need without wasting time searching. Now, let's move on to data analysis. Once you've collected and organized your data, you need to analyze it. This can be a daunting task, but using the right software can make it much more manageable. For qualitative data, NVivo is a powerful tool. It helps you code and analyze text-based data like interview transcripts or open-ended survey responses. You can identify themes, patterns, and relationships within your data, making the analysis process much more efficient. For quantitative data, SPSS is a popular choice. It allows you to perform complex statistical analyses with ease. You can input your data, run various tests, and generate detailed reports. This software is especially useful if you're dealing with large data sets and need to conduct in-depth analyses. By using these tools, you can streamline your data analysis process and gain valuable insights more quickly. They take care of the heavy lifting, so you can focus on interpreting the results and drawing meaningful conclusions. To sum up, efficient data collection, organization, and analysis are key to a successful research project. Use surveys and online questionnaires to gather data quickly, keep your data organized with a systematic filing system, and leverage software like NVivo and SPSS to analyze your data efficiently. Now that we've discussed data collection and management, it's time to move on to writing and reviewing your dissertation. This is where your hard work comes together into a cohesive piece of academic work. Let's talk about how to make this process as smooth and efficient as possible. First, let's discuss drafting. Writing regularly and consistently is crucial. It's easy to procrastinate, but the key to progress is making writing a daily habit. Set aside dedicated time each day for writing. It doesn't have to be a long session. An hour or even 30 minutes can make a big difference over time. The important thing is to be consistent. By writing regularly, you keep your ideas fresh and your momentum going. This habit will help you make steady progress and avoid the stress of last-minute writing marathons. Next, let's talk about reviewing and editing. Regular reviews and edits are essential for refining your work and ensuring it meets academic standards. It's not enough to write a draft and move on. You need to revisit your work with a critical eye. This process helps you catch mistakes, clarify your arguments, and improve the overall quality of your dissertation. A practical tip for effective reviewing and editing is to use the Pomodoro technique. This method involves breaking your work into short, focused intervals, usually 25 minutes, followed by a short break. This helps you stay focused and avoid burnout. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on editing a specific section of your dissertation. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. Repeat this process a few times, and you'll find that you can accomplish a lot without feeling overwhelmed. Finally, let's discuss the importance of seeking feedback. Getting input from others is invaluable. It provides new perspectives, highlights areas for improvement, and boosts your confidence. Feedback from peers, mentors, or advisors can help you see your work in a new light and make necessary adjustments. Consider joining writing groups or online forums where you can share your work and receive constructive feedback. These communities are often full of people in similar situations, and they can offer support, advice, and encouragement. Sharing your work might feel daunting at first, but it's a vital step in the writing process. The insights you gain from others can be incredibly beneficial and can help you polish your dissertation to a high standard. So, to recap, make writing a daily habit, review and edit your work regularly, and seek feedback from others. These practices will help you write efficiently, improve the quality of your work, and stay on track to complete your dissertation. As we wrap up today's episode, let's quickly recap what we've covered. We started with the importance of planning and organizing your research, emphasizing clear objectives and a well-structured timeline. Then, we explored efficient research techniques like using advanced search methods and leveraging technology tools such as Zotero and Mendeley. We moved on to data collection and management, highlighting the benefits of using surveys, organizing your data systematically, and employing software like NVivo and SPSS for analysis. Finally, we discussed writing and reviewing, stressing the value of consistent writing habits, regular reviews, and seeking feedback from peers or mentors. The key takeaway from today's discussion is that careful planning, efficient techniques, and the right technology can significantly boost your productivity and streamline your research process. These strategies can transform a daunting task into a manageable one, helping you stay on track and meet your goals. Now, I encourage you to put these methods into practice. Choose one or two techniques we discussed today and start implementing them in your research process. Maybe it's setting up a daily writing schedule or trying out the Pomodoro technique for editing. See what works best for you and adjust as needed. I'd love to hear about your experiences and any tips you might have. Share your thoughts on social media using our podcast hashtag Dissertation in 90 days. Your insights could help fellow PhD students facing similar challenges. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Dissertation in 90 days. Your dedication to your research journey is truly inspiring. Don't forget to join us for our next episode, where we'll dive into how to present your findings effectively. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and share it with others who might find it helpful. I'll leave you with a motivational quote. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Keep pushing forward, and remember that every small step brings you closer to your goal. Until next time, this is Dr. J, wishing you productive and fulfilling research days ahead.